All right, hi everybody. I'm going to take a few minutes to demo the tool Diigo, which is a web annotation and social bookmarking tool. So if you remember a while back, there was a tool called Delicious, which was very popular all over, but especially in academia, for creating social bookmarking assignments. There was a lot of different things you could do with that. Now with the rise of social media, things like Pinterest and Twitter, social bookmarking is less prevalent. And Diigo sort of carried on that same tradition. So they began as a social bookmarking tool, but they also do web annotation and commenting, which is why I'm going to cover them today, because that's been the theme over the semester. So this is the website, diigo.com. It's a freemium model, so you can create an account, but if you want all the bells and whistles, you have to pay. I'll go to my library. I have different things that I've collected here. So I have some screenshots that I took and uploaded. There's ads because I'm not paying for the full account. I have some bookmarks. All these things can be tagged as well. So that's already going to be really handy. So this is just your basic interface. If I want to make a new bookmark, say I want to go over to the ITSE standards and bookmark that, I have a little web extension that I have installed there. And here you can see that I have a bunch of different options, which are actually really great. So I can just save the bookmark and it goes right into my library. I can add a tag, call it ITSE. I can go and put this in an outliner, which I'll show you in a minute, which is actually a really cool feature. I'll save that. Now, if I refresh, you can see that I have saved the ITSE standards for educators. So that's your basic tour of what your library looks like. Let me go over some of these other things that you can do from the web extension. So right away I can annotate the article just as you would in some of the other tools that I have explored. So you can see, okay, there you go. I can highlight here. Keeps going back to blue. So I can leave a comment and type my comment here. Save. This all goes back in my library too. So all of the highlights and the comments go in there. Let's see, I can also do the same thing to a PDF. So I can upload that and it goes into their sort of cloud-based server. I can also do screenshots and videos. I can do things like share and have groups. Now the main difference between this one and the tool Hypothesis that I overviewed previously is that this is freemium, so you don't get all of the features right off. So one thing I want to talk about is the cool outliner feature that it has. So if I go to my library and I go to my outliners, it's like a way for you to save different links and bookmarks and screenshots in an outline. So you can see that I've outlined what I'm going to talk about right now in an outliner. So if I go to one of these links that I'm going to be talking about next, you can pull it up in Reader View, which is really nice. If I want to go to the actual page, I can pop it out in a tab there. So I can really quickly grab quotes. I can annotate the interface here and keep going. So this is a really great tool for note-taking and grabbing different media of different kinds, and I think students would really appreciate it because it's really simple to use, and the free version is pretty powerful. If you just need something to do an assignment with, this can be really streamlined and really easy, and even in the classroom, like in one session. You can So one thing that you'll find, since the tool has been around for a really long time, if you try to find ideas for using the tool, you'll find that there isn't really that much out there that is very recent. Next, I wanted to talk about the ITSE standards a little bit. In doing so, I can show you a little bit more about the interface. So if I pop up some of the screenshots that I saved in here, I wanted to just bring up in 6D, making knowledge and connections, I think, is really valuable with these tools. So this allows you to really grab, not only annotate the articles, but also grab bookmarks and put them together. But I think that the idea of communicating ideas and connecting them with your colleagues is a key feature of a tool like this. As a designer, I think this is a really great example of using active learning. So not just having students read an article, but actually interact with the article and interact with each other makes it a lot more rich than having just your typical reading assignment, that might have a reflection at the end of the week or something, being able to actually jump in and interact with the website or the PDF, and then also be having a conversation with your colleagues is really valuable. And for collaborator, I wanted to bring up using collaborative tools and bringing in the real world experiences. So I think there's a few things that really apply here, because in the tool, you're ultimately, it's not just about the annotation. I mean, it could be if you're using it for your personal research, but I think the collaboration that you're doing in having the conversation is really valuable. But I think people have come to dread discussion boards so much because a lot of it comes from the UI and having it feel so inauthentic. So I think that it's really important that as these tools kind of progress, that as educators, we start to adopt them and incorporate them into our lessons. I think that's what really got me interested in exploring these tools a lot more, because I think it is really effective to be able to interact directly with the content and have a conversation directly in that interface. So overall, of the tools that I have reviewed, I think I will personally be using a mix of Zotero and Hypothesis. And I would say that that's definitely because they're both open source projects and they work really well. Diigo is great too. It will serve a lot of people's purposes. But for me personally, I'm going to go with a different set. But I really did enjoy using this tool and exploring it.